she gave birth to her firstborn, a son, and she wrapped him with clothes and placed him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn. And that's the end of the reading. And my name is Dennis Okelo Gola. And Jesus is my personal savior since 1975, when I was in lower primary standard 3. And I, for one, I did not like the salvation because I had a series of things in mind which I wanted to do. And I knew accepting Jesus as my savior will not allow me to do all those things. So I thank God that God revealed himself to me and told me that all what I was saying, I was deceiving myself and the truth was not in me. So God convicted me of stealing, telling lies, and even not accepting him as my savior. So my viewer, I have a testimony that God can save a small boy of 33 and keep him until he becomes a mzee. So my viewer, from the chapter I've read, it's about the birth of Jesus in a livestock shelter, and he was placed in a manger. So in verse 1 and verse 2, Cornelius Augustine issued a censor decree. So each and every person had to go to his place of birth and then get registered. So in verse 3, 4, and 5, Joseph and Mary, who was expecting a child, went to Bethlehem because that is where Joseph was born. And he went with Mary so that they can be registered. So my viewer, there are three things which we want to understand about the Jesus and the simplicity. Because you find that when Joseph was taking Mary to Bethlehem, we find that some days before the birth of Jesus, Mary, the mother of Jesus, was carried on a donkey. And secondly, some days before the death of Jesus,